Yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. Peace, family. Peace and black power to the family. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Lots to talk about tonight. Hopefully the family is fine coming in from the ground. But you did, we're gonna chop up some good game, good flavor with the families. When you come in, make sure you leave your city so I know where you're at, know where you're supporting from, man. It's an honor to be in here chopping up game with you guys. Peace to the God, see what's that? See Crostus 99. Peace to the God. Peace to the God. But like I said, a lot to talk about tonight, family. Make sure that after this discussion, if you haven't already, you go get the Voice of the Ancestor book series, Voice of the Ancestors. The link is down below in the description. Peace to all the guys coming in. Miss Palmer from Maryland. Shout out to my, okay. You dig? We here coast to coast. Shout out to the family in Jamaica. You dig? Shout out to all the family. Yeah, Instagram has banned me from going live, family. So we chopping up the game on the YouTube from now on. It's blessings in certain things. You dig? It's blessings in certain things. But we want to get right on into it. Right on into it. Before we get into, what I really want to talk about, the whole Instagram ban and them not being able to stop the truth. You dig? They can only postpone it. I want to talk about some other events that's going on. A lot of the family been asking me about. And I apologize. The team might be a little choppy. I'm still playing with the settings and things of that nature, but hopefully it's good enough for the family. But have y'all seen, family? I want to say late last week, and this is why we always give and forget. Our brother Nipsey Hussle, they said they're finally gonna have his trial. I believe it's next January or February. Family, it's damn near, by the time Nipsey's trial starts, it's damn near gonna be 3 since he made his transition. 3 years, family. 3 years. And I y'all, when that happened, when the whole Nipsey situation happened, I said, man, listen, this shit is real funny style. All the stuff surrounding the event is real fun style. Okay. It's been 3 years since it's going to be damn near 3 years. It's going to be 2022 before they start the trial. Now, if Nipsey was a white celebrity, boy, if Nipsey was a white celebrity, okay, that was Britney Spears or somebody, my nigga, they would have found that dude within a week. He would have had a trial the next week and he'd be on death row the week after that. It'll be a 3 week process. But now with a black celebrity, it's a 3 year process. And I want y'all to keep y'all eyes on that. Make sure y'all keep y'all eyes on that Nipsey situation. Because see, I'm not a type of Negro. Let me put on the tinfoil kufi real quick. Let me put on the tinfoil kufi because a lot of people, oh man, you on that conspiracy theory. Listen, I don't wait for the FBI 50, 60 years out and said they have something to do with Nipsey's death or any governmental agency, the police or any. I'm not going to wait. Something is fishy style about that case. Okay. The fact that it's been 3 years and they still have not even went to trial with this dude. This dude hadn't even got a trial. He's just been chilling for 3 years. Okay. Something style. They got all type of closed documents on that case. The judge is not releasing certain documents and details about the case. I don't know why, but they're not releasing certain details about the case. Very funny style. Yeah, it would have been happened, but it would have been buried under the prison. Listen, if that was a black man and say he killed a Britney Spears or something like that, not saying that Britney Spears should be killed because whenever black folks on YouTube say something, YouTube starts shutting down. But I'm just saying, for example, if that was a white celebrity that got killed by a black dude, shit. Family been buried underneath the jail. Okay? They've been buried underneath the jail and took all the man's finances and everything. But since it's Nipsey, we haven't even heard nothing. Now all of a sudden uh they're trying to use COVID, and let me be careful with my words. They're trying to use COVID as an excuse why the trial hasn't gone on. But under family, they can make that trial happen at any time they want. Right. They can make that trial anytime they want. Yeah, some people said Dr. Sabi. You know, I'm gonna put on my tinfoil kufi. I gotta put on my tinfoil kufi. See, when shit like that happens, when you have a prominent brother like Nipsey doing a lot of powerful things in the community. Nipsey was buying a real estate. He had that Vector 90 thing. The brother had owned that whole storefront where his marathon story is. All of a sudden, out the blue, every time it's a shitty cuz that pops up. Some random Negro that just shoots him in broad daylight in front of his store with his homies. Okay. You dig? The funny style sits with me on that. So I want y'all to pay very close attention to stuff like that, family. Pay very close attention and keep our eye on it. I haven't forgotten about the case. A lot of people have forgotten about the case because, see, look up and after the trial, they have been talking about this dude's mentally ill and he'll go and do 5 years and back out on the streets doing some more shitty cuz shit. Okay, he'll be back on the streets without us even knowing. So pay attention to that trial. Pay attention to the trial, family. You dig? Also, I talked about last week. I talked about our brothers and sisters at the border. Our Haitian brothers and sisters at the border. Shout out to all the Haitian family, brothers and sisters that support. And you know, I kind of said some things that people said was controversial, but it really wasn't controversial. You know, I said that a lot of foundational Black Americans aren't necessarily putting on the cape many brothers and sisters at the border. You know, we have needs over here that still have yet to be addressed. We have things going on within foundational Black American society that we have to address and things of that nature. We also see uh, the lack of unity, but the lack of being on code for many brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans and African nations when they get over here. Some are working to undermine us, but some are. And a lot of people got upset. But that's the reality of the situation. And you know, one of the things that we point out all the time is many brothers and sisters get over here and start lying, okay? Lying about the history. So there was a clip of Brother Grimes, and he did this interview about on the 85 South show, I believe it's called. He did this interview, probably a year ago, damn near. Okay, he probably did this interview a year ago, but it was making its circulations because somebody had clipped it out. And it was talking about Jamaicans started hip hop. Jamaicans started hip hop. And that went viral. Our brother Tariq posted, a lot of other people posted, I posted it as well. And brother Tariq did a live with a brother who was saying, no, Jamaicans did start hip hop. Okay, Jamaicans did start hip hop and we're the founders and we brought it to America. And so he put the brother on, and the brother embarrassed himself because the brother really didn't know he's talking about speakers. He was all over the place. And I posted it on my page, and a lot of brothers and sisters got upset. They got upset. Oh, why are you posting this? This is the vision and all Black. And let me talk to my brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans real quick. And not just from the Caribbeans, but from other African nations who are not foundational Black Americans. Let me talk to you real quick. Number one, let me say this. Pan-Africanism, because that's one of y'all favorite words to use. Starts with respect. It starts with respect. Number two, understand this. When you have the respect, you cannot build Pan-African based on lies. Let me say that again. Pan-Africanism cannot be based on lies. Okay? If you are lying about something, like many brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans do, you come over here talking about you started hip hop, which is a lie, and we've disproven that lie 100 times. And then you say, whenever we clap back on you, whenever we start going and pulling out the receipts, you want to say, oh, well, you're causing division. Ain't we all Black? This and that. That's not going to work anymore. Okay? That's not going to work, family. Let me tell you, whenever you start posting receipts about foundational Black Americans, and a lot of people unfollow me about this stuff, I really don't care. But whenever you start posting receipts about foundational Black Americans, notice when they can't debunk it, they say three things. One, they say, ain't we all Black? Which is a lie, because when Michael B. Jordan did Juve, and he had that rum line, we went all black. See this double standard? We all black when it's time to share in the contributions of foundational Black Americans. When we started something and we have this worldwide trend, then we all black, so we all can say we did it. No, 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 no. Because when foundational Black Americans like Michael B. Jordan say, man, I want to create a rum line called Juve. I'm doing this with this Trinidadian brother. Hint, hint, I'm going to break him off some bread as well. We're going to come together and we're going to create this rum line. They said, no, 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 no. You can't do that. You're not Trinidadian. So we ain't all black when to profit off y'all stuff. However, when it comes to foundational Americans and things we started like hip hop, then why does it matter? We're all black. You're pushing division. No, 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 no. We're not gonna do that, family. We gotta stop doing that. It's one way or the other. It ain't gonna be we all a collective when we started something. Now we all just African. But when you start something, it's us Trinidadians. Notice that a lot. You're gonna see a lot of that. Okay. Also, you're going to hear whenever you bring up receipts, foundational Black Americans bring up receipt, you're going to hear people talking about we're pushing division. If we call out a lie that is being told about foundational Black Americans, people are going to say, shit, y'all are pushing division. No, we're not. No, we're not. In fact, we would argue you're pushing division if you think we should be promoting a lie. See, this is the thing, family. Again, going back to Pan-Africanism, our Pan-Africanism cannot be based on lies. If something is not true, it's just simply not true, family. And us calling it out, correcting those falsehoods, is not us being divisive. Okay? That is not us being divisive. Yeah. Hold on. Somebody said funny how folks from Africa and the Caribbean act funny as foundational Black Americans, but act cool when you're. Listen, that's just the thing. And this is why this goes back to a lot of why a lot of foundational Black Americans are not really putting on the capes at the border. You don't really see Black Americans out here like, hey man, y'all need to let them through. A lot of foundational Black Americans are doing that because in 5-6 years, these same Haitians that cross over, some of them are going to be working to undermine us. Let's be real about the situation. Not all, because I know you're going to say, nigga, you saying Haitians coming over here. Not all, but some of them will. And we know that for a fact. Okay? We know that for a fact, fam. Some of them will. Some of them are going to come over here and start spreading falsehoods about foundational Black Americans, our culture, and our history. And see, it's up to us to correct these falsehoods. If you think that pushing these falsehoods creates unity, you are wrong. And you are the one pushing division. Let's be clear about that. You are the one pushing division. You dig? And that ties into another thing. A lot of people say, well, Chase, why does it matter who started hip hop? Why does it matter who started hip hop? Why does it matter that we say this? The truth always matters, family. Okay? Simple as that. The truth always matters. If foundational Black Americans were to sit over here and talk about, hey man, we created reggae, boy, y'all in a fit. You dig? Y'all would be having a fit. If we sit up here saying, man, Bob Marley's a foundational Black American, y'all wouldn't say, well, y'all be saying, hey, man, at all. Y'all be saying that's not true at all. Wait, hold on, family. Feed acting a little funny. Still see me, family? Feed acting a little funny. Can y'all still see me? Okay, I think we back solid. Hit that like button, family. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be going live on the YouTube from now on. We'll be going live on the YouTube from now on. So we have to correct some of these issues. And I think in my next book, I'm going to do a dedicated to hip hop. I got to do a section dedicated to hip hop because, like I said, there's a lot of falsehoods revolving around hip hop, and a lot of brothers and sisters. The reason why many brothers and sisters want to claim hip hop, so they want to make it seem as if they made a major recent contribution to Black Americans. Okay, why? Because you notice the hip hop conversation always comes up when brothers and sisters from the Caribbean need something. When they're at the border, they need to get in, or they're being racialized or anything like that, or something's happened in their home country, they need to support a foundational Black Americans, hip hop always comes up. This is their way. They try to tie it into everything. And that's just part of America culture in general. Whenever foundational Black Americans do something, they got to say, no, immigrants did that. Okay, that's like to push that big lie that immigrants built this country. No, immigrants did not build this country. Foundational Black Americans built this country. Okay, we got to start being real clear and real straight cut with the language, family. Real clear, real straight cut with the language. Yeah, man. I don't know. They say they try to say, you know, and this is why we got to know history. They try to say toasting birthed hip hop. There's a documentary out now. They try to say, well, Jamaicans started hip hop because toasting started hip hop, which is a complete lie. And in fact, toasting, if you look at the origins of toasting, the godfather of toasting is Count Machi. Okay, Count Machi started the toasting thing in the early 50s. Count Machi in a magazine called Beat Magazine 96. He said that he got the idea for toasting from American DJs. Okay. He said he was listening to American DJs, and American DJs, if you don't know, especially up north in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, they would do what we call the jive talk. They would talk all that yo, 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 that type of talk. That jive talk, especially up in the areas of Harlem. A lot of Black American DJs would do that in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Okay. And Count Machi heard, according to his own admission, he heard that and he started what they call toasting in Jamaica. So I don't understand how toast American hip hop if you got it from us. Not to mention if we were rapping before you started toasting. Okay? Remember, we have foundational Black Americans. We have foundational Black Americans, groups like the Jubilaires who were rapping in the 40s. Look up the Jubilaires, family. Look up their song Noah. Players were rapping in the early 40s. So if you're going to say toasting started hip hop, then why were the Jubilaires rapping in the 40s? They're just straight rapping. Okay? Look up the Jubilaires. You dig? We got brothers rhyming on beats like Louis Armstrong back in the 30s. Okay? Doing what we call scatting and things of that nature. We got to understand that. So if we're going to say, you know, toasting birth hip hop, that's just completely false because we were already rapping and speaking over the mic before toasting was even started. And the godfather of toasting said he got that from American DJs. See, we got to, and this is not a shot at our Jamaican brothers and sisters. This is just the truth. I'm not causing division. We're just standing on truth, family. And like I said, in fact, if you want to stand on a lie, you are in fact the one causing division. These are facts. These are facts. They like to say DJ Kool Herc because that's another thing. They all Kool Herc birth hip. Okay. Now, which one is it? Is it toasting started hip hop? Is it Kool Herc brought hip hop in the 70s? Because even before Kool Herc, you got to understand Kool Herc was emulating people like Disco King Mario. Okay. Grandmaster Flash, their crew, because they like to bring up Grandmaster Flash. Grandmaster Flash is named from Grandmaster Flowers, who was one of the early and the first Grandmasters up there in Brooklyn, who were cutting the tunes. We've been doing this. Okay. You got brothers like Pygmy Markham in the 60s, 7 years before DJ Kool Herc, who were spitting bars and MCing like MCs do today in the 60s on TV. You can look up Pygmy Markham's. What's Pygmy Markham's song where he's rapping? I believe Here Comes the Judge, I believe. I think it's Here Comes the Judge. Look up Here Comes the Judge. You did? Hell, James Brown was rapping. So we got to stop with that, family. That's disingenuous. That's disingenuous. And it might seem petty to some, but when you lie about petty stuff, it rubs us the wrong way. Okay, it rubs us the wrong way, family. But I definitely gonna in my next book, I gotta talk about that. We gotta go ahead and write the book on that. You dig? We gotta start correcting some of these falsehoods. Yeah, man, the information is there. Like I said, the Jubilaires just kills that whole in general. If you Jubilaires, that kills that whole argument in general. All right, we gotta start standing on truth, family. Yeah, the brother in the video was talking about we started hip hop because we started stacking speakers. Brother, that's not an element of hip hop. Stacking speakers is not an element. You dig? Kool Herc, yeah, they like to say Kool Herc started block parties too. Disco King Mario his block parties before Kool Herc. See, Disco Cool Mario was down with the Black Spades up there. You dig? So they were known. That's one of those street organizations. They were known, always known for throwing parties. I mean, come on, family. We've been throwing block parties. A block party wasn't nothing. And in fact, Kool Herc, and that's why I don't really get on Kool Herc, because shout out to Kool Herc. Kool Herc don't really say the stuff y'all be saying. Kool Herc don't say he started hip hop. That's y'all saying that. You did? That's y'all saying that, because you ask Kool Herc could tell you what you were playing at these back to school jams that he used to throw. He said, I was playing James Brown. I was playing the Ice. I was playing Ohio Players. Okay. He was playing foundational Black American music. There was no, back in the 60s and the 50s, and Kool Herc came in the early 70s. There really was no Jamaican station or no reggae station where we were so influenced by. Even today, foundational Black Americans don't listen to Caribbean music like that. You might have one or two songs, but it's not dominating your playlist. You dig? No reggae music was being played around the world like that. Foundational Black Americans, we've had worldwide musicians and a worldwide sound. Okay, in the 20s and 30s, we're touring the world. Louis Armstrong is known all around the world. Our musicians are known all around the world. So we have to, like I said, we have to straighten this up. Yeah, we got the truth and not letting the lies slide. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, family. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and hit the notifications, family, so you'll get the alert when I'm going live. But I really wanted to speak on that, family. I really wanted to speak on that, especially addressing those three things. One, the people who say we all Black, it can't be a double standard. You can't say we're all Black and foundational Black Americans are laying claim to their history. Okay, you can't say that then, because you don't allow us to say we're all Black when the Michael B. Jordans are starting things like Juve. Okay, they don't say we all Black then, so we got to understand that. Okay, number one, people who saying it, and number two, people who saying why does it matter? The truth always matters, family. Let's be clear. The truth always matters, without question. You dig? And number three, we're not pushing no division. We're pushing truth. Okay, if you want to push falsehood, that is actually pushing division. So we got on that. Speaking of pushing stuff, speaking on forcing stuff, family, have y'all been seeing the latest episode with the whole and I don't want to say the word, the whole shot thing, the whole V word. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put 100 in the chat room. The whole shots that are going around that they've been trying to push on us. Have y'all been seeing the latest episode of that? Family are really pushing now, and they're really targeting our brothers and sisters who are athletes and entertainers and very influential. They're really pushing it on them now. Have y'all been seeing that? Our brother Andrew Wiggins out there for the Golden State Warriors. Salute to that brother. That brother standing his ground. It's another brother with the Orlando Magic. He's doubling down. He's saying, listen, I don't want to get it. I already had COVID. I already beat it. I already had the antibodies in my system. You dig? Bradley Beal for the Washington Wizards. He's kind of standing his ground. But most importantly, they're coming after one brother in particular. And they like to pick on this brother. They're picking on our brother, Kyrie Irving. Have y'all been seeing that? Yeah, they're picking on our brother Kyrie heavy. Okay, he's the center of attention because see, he's up there in New York, and up there in New York, they got a mandate. So now they're saying, well, he can't play any games in New York. He can't play any games in New York, and he's gonna miss, I believe, 41 games this year. And now they're saying we're gonna pay him for the games he missed. Now I think our brother is set to lose out $500,000, $18 million on the year, a little bit over. So they want to break our brother Kyrie. The feed. We starting to act crazy. We talking heavy now. We talking heavy now. Can y'all see me, family? Hold on. Can y'all see me, family? It's starting to, it wants to do a little freezing, but we good. We're gonna speak truth. We gotta stand on it. but they're really coming after our brother Kyrie heavy, and they're trying to do it through their Negro minions. Okay, they're trying to do it through their Negro minions family. Have y'all been seeing people like Stephen A. Smith? Stephen A. Smith has really just been showing out. I'm sick and tired of Kyrie. Ooh, I'm sick and tired of him. You just need to take it. You just need to take it. And this goes to show you these Negroes out here with no spine, these Negroes out here who would do anything for a check, because the only thing they can threaten our brother Kyrie with is a check. You ain't gonna get paid now. You ain't gonna be able to play basketball no more. That's some of the talking points. Stephen A is up there on ESPN talking about some. If you got a chance to ring, you got a chance to play the game you love, you gonna miss out on all this money. Because niggas like that, they would bend over backwards. They would do anything for a check. Let's be clear. Negroes like Stephen A. Smith and these other Negro minions sitting up attacking our brother Kyrie, okay? They would do anything for a check. And they know it. See, if they were in Kyrie position, of course they would, because they'll do anything for a check. See, some of these Negroes, if you take away white friendship, they'll do something. If white mommy and white daddy are going to be mad at them, they'll just cooperate, let alone take away some money. Trying to shame our brother into taking it to got it, you ain't gonna be able to play basketball no more. And let me talk to the brothers. Let me talk to black men. Let me turn around. Let me get real clear. Because I'm passionate about this, because I was an athlete and I see this all the time with young brothers all the time. This whole thing with, especially in front of black men, they dangle money in your face. They dangle basketballs and baseballs and footballs in your face and act like that's your life goal. Act like football is life. You got a popular website called Ball is Life. And a lot of brothers take that to heart. They think, God damn it, without that basketball, without that football, I'm nothing. Okay? Me and talking about this the other day. You have a lot of black men, they commit suicide, can't play the sport they love anymore. You got a lot of college athletes, they get out here, man, and go into a deep depression because they can't play no more. And it's because this mindset in our community, that among many of our young brothers, myself included, I was put into that same mindset. You dig? Luckily, I got blessed with the Hidden Colors film. I told y'all the Hidden Colors saved my life. Hidden Colors saved my life. Shout out to Brother Tariq. I give credit where credit is due, because I myself at that point in time, I was hindered playing football out there in Alabama. I was hurt. I was down bad. Thought my whole life was attached to football. And then I realized, wait, hold on, I'm bigger than football. And see, that's what our brothers like Kyrie and Andrew Wiggins and brothers like Bradley Beal, they understand they're bigger than the game. This is just a game. Don't ever be convinced, family. Don't ever be made to believe that you should sacrifice your morals and principles, black man, for a fucking game, for some damn money. Because let me tell you, once you start doing that, family, it never stops. See, the first time the dominant white society, the first time they get you to bend over, it never stops. It never stops, family. Let's be clear. This is just the start. For the Negroes out there, you want to take it, and if you want to take it, cool. But for those who didn't want to take it, but just take it because they felt like they were forced, it's never going to stop from here. I guarantee you, 6 months to a year later, they're going to be talking about you got to have a second one. Then you got to have the booster shot. And then whatever other shot comes after that. Okay? It never stops. Never sacrifice your morals and principles and what you feel is right for a damn game. Basketball is a game. Fuck a ring. Okay? Let's be clear. And they only do this to black athletes. Athletes are the only, they sit up here and want us to put a game above our people, put a game above our principles. Do that to black athletes and entertainers. You don't believe in wearing a dress, but nigga, put this for this film role. Put this dress on for this film role. Okay? They only do that with us. And it never stops. I like to tell a lot of my brothers that because they think I just sacrifice this time and do it. But brother, it never stops. 6 months later, they're gonna be trying to get you to do something else. Then it's gonna be do this. Then it's gonna be do that. All right. So salute to others who are hanging in there strong. They don't believe they're gonna take it, and they're taking it. Salute to Kyrie. Salute to Andrew Wiggins. Stand your ground. Stand on your principles. And call them out. See, it's up to brothers like me because I can say certain stuff that I understand they can't say. Maybe Kyrie can't say. Maybe Andrew Wiggins can't say. Maybe Bradley Beal can't say. And then we know these Negroes at ESPN and Fox, they ain't gonna say nothing either. Okay. See, we got to make sure we support our brothers. Yeah, you said that's why you respect Dave Chappelle, right? See, we got to speak truth to power, family. We got to speak truth to power. They're bringing out everybody, and see, it's important for us black folks on the grassroots to support them because a lot of times our athletes think they have no support because they listening to all these Negroes in the media. They even then drag Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out here. Okay, did y'all see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He's on what was it, ABC? He talking about some Lord. This is the vaccine is like Black Lives Matter. Okay, that Rona is like Black Lives Matter, and if you ain't supporting getting that shot, then you don't support Black Lives Matter. I mean, just really cooning and buffooning, bucking his eyes. Okay, and notice the hypocrisy. Notice brothers like me, brothers like Reza, other brothers and sisters who speak against that thing. Okay, fill in the blanks. They speak against that thing. Notice they come out and say, hey man, y'all ain't no doctors. Y'all ain't no doctor. Y'all can't speak on that. But then they'll get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and they'll just parade him around the media. Y'all need to get it now. See, when people are speaking in their favor, then they promote them. Okay? They promote them all the time. All these motherfuckers at ESPN sitting up here talking about take it, take it, take it. They ain't no doctors. They're just regurgitating the talking points of some of these doctors. If we're going to be truthful, family, you have a lot of doctors who have spoken out against it. They just don't promote them because a lot of these Negroes like to sit up here talking about they did their research. No, nigga, you just looked at the doctors who you to look at. Your research is listening to 5 minutes of Fauci. Let's be real. That was your research. Fauci said, get it. White mommy and white daddy said it. So I got it. Let's be real. White mommy and white daddy said, get it. So I got it. Uh-oh, we freezing alive again. Yeah, we getting heavy. The algorithm's picking me up. Let me be careful with my words. Because we ain't even got into the main topic today. Let me be careful with my words. Can y'all see me, family? Y'all see me? I think the live is freezing. We got to get that right. We got to get that right, family. Yeah, but notice that. Notice that you have a lot of specialists, CDC and doctors, nurses who said they refuse to take it. A lot of our sisters who are nurses right now who have not taken that thing. And they're threatened with it. Okay? And that's why they're trying to get these athletes at this big level because it's important to break the Kyries of the world. See, the Kyries of the world are very influential, inspirational. Okay? See, they have to remind Negroes all the time, you're still on a plantation. I just pay you well, but you're still my buck. And they don't like it when bucks aren't breaking, okay? They don't like it when that buck is not breaking, family. So now they're going out their way. They're trying to shame our brother. They're trying to take away money. And our brother Kyrie is staying solid. They're trying to bring elderly Negroes who once played in the NBA to try to shame them into taking it. Notice they don't ever say, hey, man, who are the people you listening to? Let's bring them on the platform so they can share your point of view. Notice they never do that. Notice they never bring a brother like Reza onto ABC or CNN or Fox where they say, oh, we want to have the conversation. Notice they never do that, family. Instead, they say, well, if you even say something against it, whether it's true or not, YouTube just released a newsletter, said, hey, man, if you're anti-B word, fill in the blanks. If you're anti-B word, we're going to take away your channel. They didn't say the information was, if you're information or anything like anti-B word, taking away the channel. They don't ever say, hey, let's bring some of these people who have a difference of opinion on here who are anti, so kind of correct their wrongs. Or if we're telling lies, bring us on. If we're telling lies, bring us on. Instead, they want to do shaming tactics. Okay. Instead, they want to bring Negroes. I saw Chris Bouchard. And Chris Bouchard, he kind of plays that in-between game. One day he's on Sonetta TV. The next day he is, yo, you bugging it. Y'all need to take that vaccine now. The next day he bucking his eyes. You know, I saw him up there talking about it, and they like to do these shaming tactics with Negroes because they really can't find a way to convince us to take it. Because again, it doesn't stop you from getting it. It doesn't stop you from spreading it. Supposedly, it's supposed to lessen the symptoms, but a lot of people aren't believing that, and there hasn't been a long enough study to confirm that. But they're sitting up here, well, y'all drink Hennessy, all had the flu shot. Nigga, the flu shot is not the corona shot, nigga. That's not the COVID shot. How you gonna compare two different things? You dig? How you gonna compare two different things? They got this whole thing shaming black folk. Black folk, y'all sit up here drinking all the time. Y'all sit up here smoking. Nigga, okay, so if you drink Hennessy, that means you have to smoke cigarettes? What the hell? This whole shaming tactic, they try to bring a whole bunch of stuff. You already in your body, so just put some more. No, we good on that. We good on that. What we want y'all to do, let me talk to the people in the government. Let me talk to the ESP. We want you to take the same passion forcing black people to get certain things, forcing black athletes to get certain things, to speaking out against systematic white supremacy. We want that same energy. We want that same type of, yeah. We want that same energy. That's all we want. We want balance. Yeah, we want balance, family. Let's be clear. We want that energy. The same Negroes out here, oh, they the scientists, they the top researcher now. Y'all stupid. Y'all dumb for not getting this. It needs to be mandatory. They the same ones who quiet as hell when some black issues come up that are calling out systematic white supremacy. They don't even say that word. But all of a sudden, they super vocal on some other shit. When it comes to that vax, they're super vocal. We need that same energy, family. So salute to the brothers at the end of the day. Salute to Andrew Wiggins. Salute to the brother Bradley Bill and the other brothers who were standing their ground. You dig? And like I say, I'm not against the brothers who actually got the shot. But if you don't want to get the shot, stand on that. Stand on that day, family. Because I guarantee you, nobody's watching the game if all those brothers who didn't want to get vaccines, who I believe is most of the league, didn't want to get that. They just got it because white daddy forced them to. You dig? If all of them stood their ground, it wouldn't be no NBA this year. And I guarantee you them laws would get to changing with the quickness. Yeah, man. Yeah, you say, yeah, Jesse Jackson, all them people now, they had it though. That's what they don't talk. You dig? But let's get to the main thing at hand. Speaking of trying to force propaganda and trying to force lies, the title of this video today, family, the title of this video is "You Can't Stop the Truth from Getting Out. You can only postpone it." You cannot stop the truth from getting out, family. You can only postpone it. That's why I never get down. I never get discouraged. Even when you have, suspected white supremacists run companies like Facebook and Instagram and the two who purposely out here targeting black content creators and black truth speakers. I never get down because you cannot stop the truth from getting out. You can only postpone it, family. And even many of their falsehoods are based in some form of the truth. Remember, even when they give you the white Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, it has to be based on some form of the truth. Okay, it had to be based on a Sar, Set, and Haru. They had to get that story from somewhere. So it's some truth within it. This is why you can't stop the truth. Okay, and false can't. They have no substance on. They die out on their own. It's too flimsy. Only the truth remains solid over thousands of years. You dig? So last Sunday, last Sunday, family, and I do most of my work at night. Sometimes I schedule my posts because I'm not up during the day, but I want to give the family, I know, understand that the family sometimes is up during the day. But last Sunday, I was working early in the morning, working on some content for the family to post on the page. And I scheduled a post for around 3 o'clock talking about the Aboriginal people of Hawaii. The original people of Hawaii, many of them had a strong Black or African presence. Black and African, so don't come in the comment section talking about, are we Moors? Listen, man, y'all know what I'm talking about. Call it what you want to, you know what I'm damn talking about. Let's get to the gist of the point. But I had a post set up about the original Hawaiians. You dig? And I've noticed over the years, family, whenever I post about the original inhabitants of Hawaii, my post gets taken down some type of way. Instagram flags it, Instagram tries to stop it. And I always found that to be interesting. And so this time, I kind of made some adjustments. I said, well, every time I kind of post this, they kind of take it down. So I made some adjustments. I didn't spell out the full words or anything like that. I didn't say anything over the top. I just pointed out the truth and pointed to the receipts to go with it. So not yesterday, at 3 o'clock, I posted this. Hold on 1 second. I posted this yesterday at 3 o'clock. Let me go ahead and share something. I posted this at 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and put it on here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put it on here. Can y'all see this, family? I posted this post right here. You may call them Hawaiians, but they look like niggas to me. Notice I didn't. Can y'all see that, family? Okay, y'all can see that. Cool. Notice, family, I put the star. I didn't spell out niggas because I knew they were going to try to flag that. I didn't spell out niggas. Now, this is a repost. This is how I know my page is being targeted because other people reposted it, family. Other people reposted the same thing. They didn't get taken down. So I know it's not the algorithm taking it down. It's somebody over at Facebook, over at Instagram, watching my page, a little suspected white supremacist, taking it down because they know I have a following and an audience. So I posted this. You may call them Hawaii. They look like niggas to me. This is a quote. This is not a quote from Chase. This is a quote from the late great J.A. Rogers' book, Sex and Race, The Old World, Volume 1. Okay, so YouTube, Instagram, I'm putting up receipts. Okay, this is a post from this book, Sex and Race, The Old World, Volume 1, by J.A. Rogers, the great historian, Jamaican historian J.A. Rogers. Shout out to the Riders and the On Code brothers from Jamaica. You dig? In this book, he talked about and he quoted an old Southern song, family. An old song that ran, you may call them Hawaiians, but they look like niggas to me. That's why I put old Southern song. Okay? So I was quoting something. I was highlighting the white supremacists who went to the island in the kingdom of Hawaii. And when they encountered the Hawaiians, they had a song that says, you may call them Hawaiians, but they look like niggas to me. Because they're so black. Now, Instagram took this and said I used the word nigga, which I didn't even spell out, family. Didn't even spell the word out. But you use the word nigga, so we had to take it down. They took it down because they don't like family. That's why they took it down. This is the post. And behind the post, which really scared them, I started dropping receipt bombs. Okay? I started dropping receipt bombs. I started digging into the Hawaii State Archives because these are pictures from the Hawaii State Archives. These are pictures by Louis Kors. Louis Kors was a French-Russian painter, very famous painter during this time, and he went to a lot of different places. He visited the edge of San Francisco. He painted a lot of black Indians out in San Francisco. We can get into that later, maybe on a different broadcast. But he also went to what he called Sandwich Island. Hawaii was known as Sandwich Island, and he painted many of the people. This is King Kamehameha's wife. Okay, this is Queen. Okay, he painted her and her servant, black than a motherfucker. Okay, black as hell. 1816, you can find this in Hawaii State Archives. Okay, this is another one. He painted a queen on the island, another black sister. These black folks clear as day. 1816, you dig? This is from the Honolulu Museum of Arts. This is some of the men of Sandwich Island dancing. This is another painting by Louis Kors. Look how dark he painted these brothers and sisters. Okay, this is the king of Hawaii. All this was in the post. This was the last king of Hawaii. This is King David. He is the last king of Hawaii, black as hell. If I was to drop this brother off right now, you would think this is your average everyday brother. Okay? He has every feature that we describe to be black or African to this day. He has black skin. He has curly, kinky, or wavy hair, broad noses. This is the king of Hawaii. Okay? Here's a painting, Louis Kors, 1816. And by the way, Louis Kors did not paint all black people because you had the Mongoloid phenotype Hawaiian on the island. He also painted them as well because a lot of people try to say, well, he painted everybody black. That is cap. Stop capping. He knew the difference between a black person, a person we would call black now, and a non-black person. Okay? He painted these folks black, curly, kinky hair. You dig? So this is it. That's what I posted the other day, and that's what they took down, family. Let me remove that. Let me get back to myself. That's what they took down. Let's hold on 1 second. All right, we back again. Yeah, man. The original Hawaiians. That's what I posted, family. And this is why I tell y'all gotta go read. This is a great book right here. This is a great book right here. It's a very small book if you don't like to read. But this is a book called And Then There Were None. This sister is one of the Aboriginals from the island of Hawaii, the islands of Hawaii. This is one of our Aboriginal sisters. Now, she don't look like the Hawaiians now. Remember, family, and I talk about this in Voice of the Ancestors, Volume 3. Many of the Hawaiians now are descendants of the white colonizers who came into Hawaii and descendants of Asian immigrants who came in roughly the 30s and 40s to work the farms and work the fields. Those are many of the Hawaiians you see now. And you have a few Mongoloid phenotype Aborigines that are still there. Very few, though. Even the natives on the island, they tell you we're very few, like 5%, or it might be less than 5%. And so what you have now is you have a descendant of white colonizers who overthrew the kingdom of Hawaii, okay, in the 1890s, overthrew Queen Liliuokalani, who was the last black queen of Hawaii, and they colonized it. That's how it became part of the United States. But a lot of these people try to pass themselves off as Aboriginal Hawaiians. The same thing takes place here, family. When we talk about $5 Indians, okay? When we talk about $5 Indians, these are white people or people of European descent portraying and acting like they're Indians. These are the Warren of the world. Remember, Elizabeth Warren is considered Native American. Elizabeth Warren is a white woman. Straight up and down. Remember, Harvard Law School called her the first woman of color because she had ran this whole con game that she's Native. Okay? That's the con game they try to run. Yeah, they did the same thing. The same thing now. You go the Indigenous Hawaiians, and they start pointing to these white Mongoloid Asian looking folks who know good and damn well they ain't the original Hawaiian. immigrants to the Hawaiians and former colonizers who stayed there and might have had sex with one of the natives, and now all of a sudden they're trying to pass it off as their native. Let's be clear. And they don't want this truth getting out, family. I mean, every time I post this, it gets taken down some type of way. Okay? But see, like I said, you can't stop the truth, family. You can't stop the truth. You can only postpone it. You dig? Because we're going to keep speaking truth to power. As y'all just saw, brothers and sisters around Instagram have this poster. They have this poster. See, the real bug about the brothers and sisters in Hawaii, the reason why they don't like us pointing that out, family, no, it's two things. Number one, Hawaii is part of the United States. So if we start telling black people that, damn, you had an Aboriginal black community, the original Hawaiians were black, they're going to, let's investigate the rest of the United States. Let's look at the original inhabitants of California. California is named after a black woman, Queen Khalifa. Let's look at this type of stuff. Let's start digging into the Americas. If you think black people were way out in Hawaii, Hawaii's part of the states, then shit, let's start looking at the United States. Okay? Number two, they don't like us talking about the Aboriginal brothers and sisters of Hawaii because they weren't slaves. That's another thing. The Aboriginal brothers and sisters of Hawaii were not slaves. These were literally kings and queens. Okay? These were very well dressed and well civilized individuals. Let's be clear, over in Hawaii, in their what they would call their White House or their royal palace, they had electricity before the White House had it. These were very civilized and sisters. Okay? And if you go get Voice of the Ancestors Volume 3, I'm going to show you accounts of how when the indigenous Hawaiians went to other places, when they went to other European nations, King David, who I just showed you, King David, the last king of Hawaii, when he came to the United States, they were calling him all types of, man, this is a nigga. Okay? When Kamehameha's son went over to Kamehameha II, when he went over to Europe and London in the early 1800s, they were calling him all type of niggas. And by the way, they got killed out there. All right? They got out there, some type of, they say, poisoning, food sickness. Okay, they brought them out there to London saying these were the royal kings and queens of Hawaii, or Sandwich Island as they would call it during the time. They got killed out there. See, this is why they don't want us digging into that history, but we're going to keep digging, family. We're going to keep digging. Yeah, all those Aboriginal populations out there, remember, you got two types of theories. And we prove this scientifically in the book. We don't just go with the I'm black and I say so. Because obviously the eye test tells us these people are black. They look damn like us. They got black skin, curly, kinky hair, just like us. These are all features used to describe black people. And by the way, while we talking about that, they like to do the Jedi mind trick. Yeah, the Dog the Bounty Hunter talking about he's Hawaiian. These are the new school Hawaiians. You dig? These motherfuckers is white as hell. These are descendants of colonizers, not the Aboriginal people of Hawaii. They like to pull the Jedi mind trick because I had some $5 Hawaiians on my page talking about some, dude, don't you know? Shut the hell up. Stop it. Stop it. If they got a tan, I got a tan. Okay? If they got a tan, I got a tan. See, this is what other groups, they like to do this to black people all the time. They like to do this whole thing where they don't know what race is once we obviously point out a black person. See, once we point out a black person in a royal position or did something significant, whoa, dude, I don't know if he was really black, bro. I mean, Hawaii is kind of hot, dude. Dude, don't play the racial Olympics. Don't play the racial, dude. Dude, I mean, technically, a lot of Hawaiians are tan, dude. Is he really black? Now they don't know what blackness is. Now, these same people, they know what black on black crime is. Oh, they do a whole live discussion on black crime. They know what black is then. Okay? When it's time to lock up a nigga, they know that nigga's black. They can pull out all type of codes then, just like they did R. Kelly. And I'm not defending, but they pulled out a racial code for him, an old school racial code that was used to target black men. They know what black is then. Okay? Back during slavery, they had the paper bag test, the brown paper bag. Nigga, if you're darker than this brown paper bag, you're black. Okay? They didn't give a damn if you had a white father, some of the most light skinned out there picking cotton. They know what blackness is then. But when we start pointing out brothers and sisters who were in royal positions, brothers and sisters who made contributions to civilization, brothers and sisters who were in the white society who did powerful things. Whoa, dude, I don't really know if they were black, bro. Yeah, he is blacker than he does have dreadlocks, but I don't know if that's really black. They try to play that whole dumb con game. Don't fall for that, family. This is what we call the moving of the racial goalposts. This is the move of the racial goalposts. They don't know what blackness is now. Now a black person can be looking them in the eyes and they don't know, is he really black, dude? I don't know, dude. There's only one race. Then they try to hit us with this whole integration talk. Then now they want to hit us with the same thing we've been trying to convince them of for the last 400, 500 years. There's only one race, dude. Oh, dude, there's only one race. No, Connor. We different. We different. Just like you said on the plantation. You said we're different. So let's play the different game. Since you want to say black people were enslaved, also let's show you what black people did over here. Okay? And we can go on a scientific level. Remember, we can go and talk about, because understand this, when you talk about the Pacific Islands, family, out there, the Pacific Islands, you're talking about three regions of islands. You have Micronesia, you have Melanesia, and you have Polynesia. Okay? Micronesia, Melanesia, and Polynesia. Hit that like button while you're in here, family. Hit that like button. Okay? You have Micronesia, Polynesia, Melanesia. Micronesia, which is closer to Asia, Micronesia means the small islands. The small islands. Okay? Polynesia, which is the region that Hawaii is in, means many islands. And then you have Melanesia. Melanesia means the Black Islands. It literally means the Black Islands because all the damn inhabitants is super black. Okay? All the inhabitants are super black. These are the three chains of islands. Now, Melanesia has the oldest inhabitants. We're talking about, brothers and sisters, that's Papua New Guinea. That is Fiji, depending on who you ask, because Fiji is really kind of in Polynesian territory, but they try to say it's Melanesian because it's black, because again, they don't want to mix Polynesia with Melanesia. All right, even though Fiji's in the same damn region as Polynesia. But that's the Papua New Guineas, the Fijis of the world, things of that nature. And then you have the Polynesian islands, that's Hawaii and stuff like that. Micronesia has islands like Guam. But understand this, you have two theories. Both scientists, either one or two scientists agree on. Okay, scientists are either or. You have the express train, what's called the express theory. This is that the inhabitants of the Polynesian islands, which the island of Hawaii is in, this is as they came straight from Taiwan, Indonesia, and they went straight to the Polynesian islands. They didn't stop in Micronesia, they didn't stop in Melanesia, they went straight to the Polynesian islands. Then you have the slow boat theory. The slow boat theory is that these same inhabitants, they went to Micronesia, then they went to Melanesia, started inhabiting with those brothers and sisters. Then they worked their way. They started island hopping all the way to the Polynesian islands until they eventually reached the Hawaiis of the world. Regardless of whatever theory you want to go by, both scientists and scholars agree that all of these theories have Melanesian blood within it, meaning black people heavily within it. And proof of that is the brothers and sisters in Hawaii that we see. That black blood, these are Melanesian folks, okay? The people from the Black Islands. without question. Without question, family. So we need to understand that. Yeah, we need to understand that, family. We need to know our history. And like I said, it's the same thing everywhere. The same thing everywhere. Somebody brought up the $5 Indians. It's the same thing. They do that on every island with the indigenous black people. Remember, the black people are the first people everywhere. Even when they talk about it, and I've been studying and researching this, and I mentioned this in my book as well, Voice of the Ancestors, Volume 3, Guns and Butter. Even when we talk about, they like to say that original Hawaiians, they eventually came from Asia. Well, who were the Asians? Understand, the Asians now are new modern day Asians. The damn near Asians now are damn near white people. The original inhabitants of Asia are what we call the Negritos. Rest in power to the ancestor Baba Renoku Rashidi, who just transitioned not too long ago. He used to talk about this heavy. Okay, see, when they talk about the original Polynesians coming from the islands of the Philippines and Taiwan and Indonesia and places like that, who were these people? Who were these Asians coming from there? These were the Negritos who dominated the population there. Many of the Negritos were pushed out and killed off by white colonizers in the Mongoloid phenotype indigenous Asian. Okay, and they have this on record. They have old traditions in places like Tijuana talking about how they killed off or pushed out all the Negritos. So these brothers and sisters were pushed out and they inhabited places like the Micronesian islands, okay, like Melanesia, like Polynesia, okay, even in islands like Guam. Guam has a lot of hidden black history. That's in Micronesia. So we got to understand this. Yeah, the presence is all across the world. And we got to pushing this. We got to speak truth to power. Because, like I said, they cannot stop the truth. They can only postpone it. They cannot stop the family. They can only postpone it. And I wasn't the only one they blocked. They blocked Baba Kaba. Dr. Kaba is not, he's not on Instagram Live now. And that happened the same day as me. So that lets you know there's somebody again at Instagram who is targeting our pages, especially when we see the same content that I posted being posted on other pages, family. Okay? The same content I posted being posted on other pages. We have to understand that. We got to speak truth to power on that, family. And we got to stand our ground and stand on our history. You dig? On all fronts. This goes back to foundational Black Americans again. Stand your ground. Don't be afraid to call out the falsehood in certain things. You dig? Don't be afraid to do it. But y'all see now, they are afraid to get that truth out of there. They are afraid to get that truth out there, family. Let me answer some questions though. You said a white professor and an Asian science teacher both prove that black African people, yeah, 100% human. Absolutely. They've been knowing this. And this is not hate speech. We're talking about science now at this point. This is not hate speech. We're talking about science. But this is why I always tell y'all, family. And this goes back to this again. As black people, stop saying you don't like to read. You need to start reading, family. You need to start reading. Stop being dependent on social media, even YouTube, Instagram, Facebook to get your information. We have too many meme scholars now. People who just post memes all day, don't write nothing, don't do no real research, ain't really reading. You have to go get the book because you have books like this. Like I said, Then We Were None with a black sister on there. This book highlights how the indigenous Hawaiians on the island went from like 500,000 down to like 10,000. Okay, they lost like damn near 80% of their population, family. Okay, but we have to pick up a book to learn this because that's not going to be on the History Channel. Okay, what we're talking about now is from this unapologetic point of view. That's not going to be on the History Channel. You got to pick up a book and read that. Yep, you got it right. Hidden Colors is terrific. Shout out to Brother Tariq. Hidden Colors is terrific, but you have to build on that. See, When I saw Hidden Colors, I allowed Hidden Colors to plant that seed in my mind. Even my extensive work on the Black Hawaiians, the first time I've heard of it was in Hidden Colors. From Hidden Colors, I went and got J.A. Rogers' Sex and Race Volume 1, The Old World, because I heard the brother talk about some in this. And then from that, I wrote my book and I started adding more scientific evidence to the point. That's how it's supposed to be. See, you're supposed to build on the knowledge, not just regurgitate it all the time. See, we just allow videos to be our seed for stuff. And then that's why you got a lot of people ask them certain questions. They'll say, well, you know Dan Calloway? And shout out to Dan Calloway. I ain't got nothing against Dan Calloway. You know Dan Calloway? Go watch Dan Calloway videos. No, brother, that's one person's opinion. I want to see where his sources are. Where is he reading it from? When somebody asks you for a source, don't point them to somebody else's video. Well, go follow this page. No, we got to start doing grassroots research, man. Hardcore research, family. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to travel as well. I'm taking my first trip to Kemet in February. Shout out to the Happy family. It's gonna be me, Professor Smalls, Baba Anthony Browder is gonna be there, Brother Jabari. I'm gonna take that educational tour because we got to travel. Start now that I've started writing books. I want to start bringing y'all some first-hand research from spots when I was there. That's what separated Baba Renoku Rashidi. Baba Renoku Rashidi actually went to these locations. He went to Asia and got first-hand pictures, because you're not going to see many of these pictures floating around the internet. Yeah, we got to start reading. Stop saying you don't like to read, family. Okay? Stop telling the lie you don't have time to read. That's another lie we like to tell you. I ain't got no time to read. Nigga, you got time to play 2K. You got time to watch the game. You got time to watch me. You got time and asking you to read no Harry Potter book every day. You dig? You can start off reading 10 pages of a book until your mind gets trained. Reading form of mental exercise, family. Reading is a form of mental exercise. So I don't expect you, just like I don't expect you to go in the gym if you ain't worked out in a year and go out there and run 15 miles on a treadmill. I don't expect that. You dig? I don't expect you, if you ain't read nothing in a whole year, to go out there and read a Harry Potter book in one day. But I do expect you to start. Okay? Read 10 pages. Pick your favorite book, something you're interested in. Obviously, everybody on this live is interested in some form of our history. Pick a book, read 10 pages that day. Read 10 pages a day for a month. Then work your way up. Get your mind mentally in shape. Mentally in shape, family. A lot of us struggle communicating. A lot of us struggle with certain things because we're mentally out of shape. Your mind ain't did no critical thinking. Your mind just consumes. And it's consuming a whole bunch of different stuff. Hit that like button, family. If you're in here now, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notifications. You dig? Yeah, I don't really like the audio books, family. Now, if you're a reader and you already read, I don't want to replace reading with audio books. I don't want to replace audio books with reading. You dig? I want you to go and read, family. That is a form of mental exercise. Your mind is exercising. And once your mind starts to get sharp and you start to critically think, there are going to be very few obstacles that you run into that are going to get you down and get you stressed. See, a lot of us are stressed out. A lot of us are always depressed because we miss into obstacles that we can't think our way through because our mind is out of shape. Your mind ain't did no critical thinking since high school, since you had to figure out a way to pass that math test or finesse your way through that math test. You did? It ain't did no critical college. So when you run into an obstacle where it seems like there's no way out, there's no way to think through it, you can't get through it because you're trying to dig in your mind, figure out a way out. You got nothing. Your mind ain't doing no thinking. It ain't firing up them nerves. It ain't firing up that left side of the brain. You dig? It's not firing it up at all because it hadn't had to do that in 3, 4, 5 years. That's what reading helped with. Learning how to communicate, educating yourself. You all retain knowledge better when you read. A lot of y'all have a lot of knowledge. You probably got more knowledge than me, but you can't retain it because you're not reading. You heard it somewhere. A lot of y'all watch my videos say, man, I heard that somewhere, but you didn't retain it because you read it. Reading and writing, two key fundamentals, family. I'm telling you, get back to it, harp on it, make sure you get it in. So when you go into the gym tonight, tomorrow, sit ups in, that treadmill work in, after you get home, you get you something to eat, you get a shower, get an hour of reading in. Now let's mentally exercise. Okay. Let's mentally exercise and stay sharp. You dig? Let's mentally exercise so we can stay sharp. Let's mentally read and then get your pad and write down a couple notes. Reading and writing, working on the basic fundamentals. I promise you, your life will be so much. Okay? I promise you, your life will be so much smoother. No, I ain't in the chat room. I'm not calling nobody in the chat room, but I'm speaking to it, family. Because even if you read a lot, you know people who don't read. I even got people all the time on my Voice of the Ancestors page, man. If I would get your books, but I don't like to read. If you got a film, no, brother. I made them books specifically for that. And see, the thing I love about books, we can also put sources in them and different things of that nature. See, the thing I love about books, once you have my book, family, it lasts the test of time. You ain't got to worry about Instagram canceling because you got the hard copy of the information. You got a jam pack in one book that you can take with you and go with you. All right. If something wrong on your audio device, something wrong with your device, that audio book is gone. You can't access it no more. You did? If something happened to your account where all your KDP Amazon books are at, your Kindle books are at, you can't access it no more. You need the hard copy of the information. You did? I guarantee you, all of the people, all the movies you like, all of the information that you like, somebody got it originally from a book. Okay, somebody got it originally from a book. They turned that book into a film so you can see it. Got it originally from a book. Ancestors, they understood the power of reading and writing. And there's powerful things in imagery, but the fundamentals we got to get back to reading and writing, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But let me answer some questions. Y'all put some questions. Yeah, man. Yeah. We got a lot of hidden history that you got to read. Yeah, Tatuba. Yeah, a foundational Black American. She kind of kicked off that Salem witch trial. Okay, out there and I had some people on my page who said, "When the foundational Black American, she was from Barbados." Brother, what is a foundation? See, this is nothing. I need y'all to understand what a foundational Black American is. We have a site called officialfba.com. Officialfba.com. A lot of y'all like to say stuff about foundational Black Americans. You don't even know what the word means. You don't even know what a foundational Black American is. A lot of y'all say she's from Barbados. She ain't no foundational Black American. She was enslaved in the United States of America. Okay? She was enslaved. The foundational Black American is somebody who was enslaved and built the foundations of this country of the United States. You dig? She's a foundational Black American. Now, a foundational Black American today is somebody whose lineage or descent goes back at least into the American system of slavery. And you can find this in two ways. You can find this due to the 1870 census. Okay, on the 1870 census, they'll have things. These were the first. This was actually the first census that found Americans were signed. Okay, the 1900 census will say things like Native Black American. So I need y'all to understand what a foundational Black American is. You dig? It don't matter if she was born in Barbados. If she was enslaved here and helped to build the foundations of this country, she's a foundational Black American. Okay, just like y'all say Queen Nanny is Jamaican, Queen Nanny was born in Ghana, but y'all consider her Jamaican, even though she was born in Ghana because she helped to build the foundations of Jamaica. Okay, but Queen Nanny wasn't born in Jamaica. Queen Nanny was born in Ghana. Yeah, y'all don't say we're Jamaican. Y'all say she's Jamaican because she helped. She was a freedom fighter. She helped to secure and build the nation of Jamaica that we know. Respect Queen Nanny. Yes, y'all got to get the information correct. Yeah, you said every time we explain to them, they continue to play dumb. Yeah, and that's what I understand too, and that's why I don't kind of keep going in about it, because I understand that's a tactic in order for you to waste time. That's a time wasting game. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. What about this person? All right, nigga. See, we don't do that. We're the only people in the world, black people in the world, black people feel like we have to just explain everything we do to them. Global black people. You got niggas sitting in villages in Nigeria. Now explain to me how you were Black American. No, nigga. Worry about your country and explain to me how you gonna get the goddamn Chinese Europeans off of your resources. That's what you explain to me. Okay, don't be worried about foundational Black Americans. That's why we got a site up. We're not gonna keep explaining. Yeah. Yeah, you said majority of the time books are better than film. That's right. And like I said, you're gonna retain that knowledge more in books. See, when you have books, you're gonna retain that knowledge more, family. I need y'all to understand that. You're gonna retain that knowledge more in books. So the problem is that education is about indoctrination, not education. Right. They are training workers that won't They're training workers that won't challenge the status quo. Right. And that's what you see now. You see now. And this is why, even going back to the V word conversation, y'all know what the V word is, that stab that I'm talking about. A lot of people are forced to get it because family, they're enslaved to their job. Okay. Now understand this, a lot of people, the plantation is the new corporation because you can't walk away from that corporation. Okay, so now you have to sacrifice. You have a lot of brothers and sisters really honestly don't want to get, and some of them DM me, brother, I really don't want to get it, but I gotta feed my family, I gotta do what I gotta do. This is why I tell y'all, stop bullshitting with your money too. Invest your money, man. Put money to the side. If you making six figures every year, stop living six-figure lifestyles. Live a five-figure lifestyle and invest the rest till you get to a certain point. You did. A lot of y'all sacrifice, comes back again to the mindset, especially of my generation. A lot of us sacrifice the long-term play for the instant play. We're in love with instant gratification on all fronts. You in love with instant gratification on all fronts. If it ain't instant, you shit. I ain't got time to do that. See, y'all need to, if you live in a six-figure, if you make six figures, you need to be living a five-figure lifestyle. You make five figures, you damn near need to be trying to live a four-figure lifestyle, even though that's damn near impossible. But that's how you need to be thinking. You need to be investing until you get to a certain point. Now you got residual income coming in when you don't even have to work. So when they tell you, hey man, take this stab, you can say, man, fuck you. This is what we call in my neighborhood FU money. You need some FU money, family. You need some money where you can say, I can walk away for a year, 2 years, and don't have to work for nobody until I get myself on my feet and figure out some moves that I need to make. You dig? But some of us have to learn the hard way. And complaining, they've been bragging about their government job. Man, yeah, I got me a government job, y'all. Nigga, man, y'all don't know nothing. I got me a government job. Now you got to take that government stab. You need to be using the government like they use you. So when some stuff like this pop off and you don't want to do it, you can say, well, shit, I'm cool. I've been working here 20 years. I done stacked up my bread, man. I got my resources. It's time. Yeah, man. It's time. That the Moors that troll on your page will dictate us to stop calling ourselves. Brother, shout out to the Moors. Shout out to the Moors, but it gets out of hand. I was gonna post a little meme about that tomorrow. Yeah, man. But like I say, I say call yourself what you want to call yourself, but goddamn, man, get with it. If you understand that your brother speak a certain way, just let it go. I one thing you never see me do, man. I'm big on time. You'll never see me on somebody who's a more page talking arguing with them. I don't do that. Ain't got time to do that. I'm gonna go to another woman's page and start arguing with them about something. I got my own page. You dig? Yeah, man. The same more be working at the same 9 to 5 you working at. Okay? Talking about some sovereign citizenship. Yeah, we just like to make sure you protect your seat. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Make sure you invest in, like I said, own game, family, especially you young. I'm young. I play own game. I'm good, family, getting 10, 15% of my money every year. Yeah, it's slow. But I know once that compound interest kicking in and I play the long game, that money's gonna start to add up. But too many of us, we won't do that. I play the slow game. I play the long game. The long game is the easy. That's the easy money. That's the money that's been tested over time. Because here's another thing, family. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm about to get off. Especially for the young generation, we're getting to a point, family. Social Security, all that is gonna be gone. I'm in my 20s. By the time I get in my 60s, 70s, Social Security gonna be gone. A lot of got dreams of retirement. You ain't gonna be able to retire. You're gonna have to work to your last days. Because Social Security, all and Social Security ain't much now. Social Security, what, 2 months? Depending on where you live, that ain't shit. You dig? I was in the finance sector at one point. You dig? I got a major, I got a degree in economics. Social Security gonna be gone, family. Not gone. It's gonna be, you damn near gonna have to be 75, 76 before you get a break of or a piece of it. All right. So we need to understand, family. We need to understand that, family. Yeah, man. So y'all need to get right, man. Make sure you invest in. Make sure you getting some FU at the end of the day. Make sure you solid. Make you stand solid. You said, have I seen more information? I've heard of it, but I haven't. I don't, like I said, I really don't be on other people's pages. So I've heard of it, but I really don't be on other people's pages. But like I say, family, that's tonight's discussion, man. We're gonna be on here every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, 8:30 Eastern time. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notifications. Every Friday, 8 o'clock, we're gonna chop up good game, family. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, comment below the video, hit that like button, subscribe. Please share it. Let the family know, because I know about Instagram, I probably have 100 people in here, but we on the tube, which is all good. It's all love anyway, family. But make sure that you click that link in the bio as well, not the bio, the description. Go get your Voice of the Ancestor series if you haven't gotten it already. And until next time, family, peace and Black power. I'll see y'all next Friday. I'm out.